Dear students, I have come with the new module, journals. You know that journal entry is an important concept you have to learn if you want to learn accounts. Because from journal, we will do ledger. From ledger, we will prepare the trial balance. From trial balance, we will prepare the trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. So it's very important. Now our students keep on asking me why we have to do journal, because everything is computerized. But still I will tell you the same thing what I will give as an answer when they will ask this question. That is, see, if you don't know the basics, even if you have to enter using the computers, so you should know the theory, then only you can do the transactions properly. So that's very important. You have to learn whether everything is computerized or not computerized. We are not using manual ledger or journal anywhere now, but still we should know the basic things, because with this only we can learn the subject accounts. So this is the basic thing, and in this module I am going to, 3 short modules are there. So one module I will explain the theoretical aspects, advantages of journal, limitations of journal, format of journal, and a small problem with 5 transactions. The other 2 modules I am going to do it in the board and I am going to explain that. So it will be more clear. So this first thing I want to explain is, word journal is derived from the French word jour, J-O-U-R. It means daily records. So now what we are doing is, we are recording our daily records, we are recording the daily transactions in the journal. So that is the name jour. And recording of transactions in the journal is known as journalizing. So if you know, you should know that journalizing are the transactions, everyday transactions we are recording in the journal. That process is called journalizing. And recorded transactions are called journal entries. So you should know that what are journal entries, journalizing. Now we are coming to the definition of journal. Professor Carton defines journal as, the journal as originally used is a book of prime entry. Prime entry meaning original entry, first entry, in which transactions are copied in order of date from a memorandum or waste book. That means it's the vouchers or the receipt. The entries as they are copied are classified into debits and credits. So how we are dividing into debits and credits, we have already learned. Types of accounts and what are the rules for different accounts we have learned. So as to facilitate their being correctly posted afterwards in the ledger. So if you make the journal properly, then only you can make the correct postings in the ledger. Now features of journal. So first point you have to remember, all transactions are recorded. We will not omit one transaction also. Everything will be recorded in the journal. Now it's recorded in the chronological order. Chronological order meaning date wise. Third is, every entry in the journal is supported with a brief explanation called narration. See, for example, furniture purchased. So after the journal, before closing the journal entry, we will write being furniture purchased. So when I'll do the problems, I'll explain that again. Now reference page number is we are giving, where that is for checking with where this journal is posted in which ledger and which page number. So the corresponding page number will be there in the ledger folio. Now amount column also you have to remember that it's divided into 2, debit side and credit side. So the value will be same. Furniture purchase for 50,000, debit also 50,000, credit also 50,000. Because every transaction has got 2 aspects. One is debit, one is credit. The amount will be same. Now when we write the name of the account to be debited, it is customary to write debit, furniture account debtor. So that is the first item. When I'll do the problems, I'll explain. And we will write the ledger folio column also. And it's customary to bring the next item. You have to start with the, so when you're debiting the item, at the end of the line, you are writing debit, DR. When you're writing the credit item, the beginning you'll start with TO, 2. Furniture account debtor to cash account. That meaning 2 will come there. Then after writing the narration I told you the brief explanation about the transaction. Now after writing the narration, we will close the journal also. So when we will do the problem, it will be more clear. Now I have given the format for journal. One is the date column. We have to already learn that it will be in the chronological order. And particulars column, we will write the journal entry. Ledger folio is the page reference, and debit column will be there and credit column will be there. So one problem we want to do. The first, journalize the following transactions in the books of Mr. Ram. So 5 transactions. First is purchase furniture worth rupees 30,000 for cash. Second is sold goods for cash 15,000. Third is gave a loan of rupees 1,50,000 to Harish. Fourth is paid 85,000 as salary to office staff. Fifth is Messrs A and B sent a bill for rupees 1,000 towards repairing the television. So this journal entries, 5 journal entries. First one is furniture purchase for rupees 30,000. So you have to remember that date is January 1st. So 2020 first, only for the first beginning entry we will write the date, year 2020. Then January 1st. So what we are doing? Furniture. See, 2 items involved in this furniture purchase. So furniture account is there and cash account is there. Furniture is a real account and cash account is also a real account. Furniture is coming into the business. So that meaning, so furniture account debtor and cash is going out of the firm. So real account credit what goes out and debit what comes in. Furniture is coming into the firm. So furniture account debtor to cash account. Cash account because cash is going out of the firm. So we are writing the debit also is there. Credit item is starting with TO and the narration we wrote being furniture purchase for cash. And a line is also there for closing that entry. So the next one is we made a cash sales of 15,000. So cash sales meaning cash is coming into the firm and goods are going out. Sales is happening. So cash account debtor to sales account. Cash is real account and sales is nominal account. So you have to remember that cash account, cash is getting into the firm. So cash account is debited. Sales is a nominal account. That is credit all incomes and gains as per the nominal account rule. Now third one is Harish is getting a loan. Firm is giving a loan to Harish for 1,50,000. So Harish loan account debtor to cash account. Harish loan account is a personal account. Debit the receiver. Cash is going out of the firm. Real account. So that means Harish loan account debtor to cash account. Next is salary paid to office staff 85,000. So that is salary account debtor to cash account. Salary is a nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses. Cash is a real account. Cash is going out of the firm. So this cash account, salary account debtor to cash account. Now the last one is repairs. Television is repaired and you are giving the bill to Messrs A and B. Messrs A and B send the bill and you are giving that 1,000 rupees to Messrs A and B. So repairs account debtor to Messrs A and B's account. So that is amount due. It is not paid. Amount due to Messrs A and B for repairing the television. So that is the journal entry. So this just 5 journal entries I have given in this module. Next 2 modules I am going to do that in the board. So that will be more clear. And I will be giving the PPT in the description box also. So this, now we are coming to the advantages of journal. So the first point is double entry principles of accounting are followed. I told you debit value will be same value and credit value will be same. So when we are preparing the proper journal, we can make the proper ledger accounts and with the help of that, we can complete the final accounts. And easy to compare the accuracy of transactions. If one item, if one debit value is omitted, ledger will not balance. So we can trace that where we have made the mistake and we can correct the entries. Then auditing is done on the basis of journal which is based on double entry principles of accounting. When we prepare the final accounts, the auditors, internal auditors will be there, external auditors will be there. They will check the accuracy of transactions. They will check that whether they are following the accounting principles. On that basis, they will check the accuracy in the process of auditing. Then chronological order. We learned that journals are prepared in the chronological order, date-wise. So one item also will not be omitted. Everything will be recorded. Now narration, I told you, that's the brief explanation. So that will explain what is the transaction. Now continuing, division of journal into various subsidiary books. Now we will learn the subsidiary books. Purchase books will be there, purchase returns will be there, sales will be there, sales returns will be there, cash book will be there. So we are dividing it into various subsidiary books. So any item, if you want any reference, immediately you can take the subsidiary book and you can get the information. That is another advantage. Now detection of errors and frauds. Because anything, if you are doing a mistake or if some employee is trying to cheat the organization, we can easily make out with the help of the financial statements. Now, Journal entries are accepted as an evidence in the court also. That's also very important. Anything, if an organization, if income tax department or excise department or GST, anyone they are asking the firm for proof, they will take this journal entries as proof and court will accept as a proof. Now limitations of journal, you have to remember that not only advantages, limitations are also there. A single journal, it will be very voluminous. So this earlier, now we have the computerized system. Earlier books were, when we go to the bank and all, if you see the ledger, it will be big size. You cannot, one person cannot hold it also. So that is the one book, if you are writing all the journal entries, imagine the number of transactions a business organization will be having per day. So if you want to record all that, it will be very voluminous. It will be difficult to handle that. Now, if anybody is interested to know that, anything about that, if you are following manual system, I told you now we are not following the manual system. If they want to check that, it will be difficult. Page number and turning the pages, searching for, it will be difficult. Now with the help of, if you are preparing the ledger, we can correct the immediate information. Whereas immediate information from a journal is difficult, because journal is giving, it's more like explanatory. Whereas ledger will be at one shot we can get the information. So this is what I want to explain with the help of journal, the theoretical part. Now I am going to do 2 problems in the whiteboard, so that will be more clear. And all the, if you have not checked the videos, earlier videos, because this we are covering the full syllabus, accounting for 11th standard CBSE and the basic accountancy. So from the first video you see that, you can see that video link in the iCard and in the description box. So extra problems also I have worked out. So you see that and you do the problems. So that's very, very important. Without that you cannot learn this subject. So I am taking so much effort to teach this subject in a simple way and in a systematic way. Make use of that, and happy learning, and give me a valuable feedback. Share, like and subscribe my channel and encourage me with your feedback. Anything you want to share, you can share with me. Thank you.